fourth grade families, I just wanted to make a quick video kind of going over what things will look like. So I've had a few questions that have been asked and I want to make sure that I cover everything, and if I don't, and you have follow-up questions, I can help you out with those. So this is the Fourth Grade is Magic website. This is my personal website, which if you are a new student to my class, that was sent out in an email to your families, or it can also be found on the Jefferson website. So it looks a little bit different. I kind of revamped it a little bit, but the first thing that students should always do before that they come to this website is make sure that they are logged into Clever. However, if they come to this website first, there is a button here that they can actually click. See this little hand? That means you can click something, just like all of these are clickable. And that will remind them to log into Clever. If they log into Clever first and they access my teacher page, which has this apple, like you can kind of see they're similar, this has all of the Zoom links as well as our website. So if you were tracked for a different teacher's class now, their Zoom links are here just in case the Clever hasn't updated, and that should be the same for theirs as well. So if you are coming from Miss Boyd or from Mrs. Young, they should have my Zoom link on their teacher page on Clever just until everything gets changed over. So if they log into Clever first, they've got our Zoom link here, but they also can click this button, which will take them to our actual website. And so step one is obviously Clever. And then step two is check the weekly calendar. And this is what I kind of want to go over right now. It looks a little different again because it is split into AM Zoom kids and PM on campus kids. So just to clarify, if your student is a PM in-person instruction student, they do not have to join us on Zoom. So the schedules as far as what we are doing every day are going to be very, very similar in that the assignments will be the same. It's just the times that are different. So something that all the kids, I still want them to do, and I'm going to go over back to fourth grade is magic, or I'm going to go up here. They have the student portal still, and I changed it up a little bit. Instead of having the calendar on there as well, I have something a little different. So again, there's a link to Clever if they haven't logged in, and then they can also email me using this button. And so I still would like kids to do their daily check-in, even if they're coming to see me in person later. So AM kids will know to do the daily check-in, but I still would like the PM kids to do that as part of their at-home work. So do your daily check-in for attendance, check the daily calendar for Zoom times and assignments, and then complete your assignments daily in Google Classroom. So this right here is the online work schedule. And I do want to go back and look here. So something else that these two schedules have in common is the at-home work. So if you click one of those, so if you are a PM kid, you will do your at-home work from around 9:30 to 11. And then the AM students on Zoom, they'll do their online work or at-home work, from 12 o'clock to 1:30. And so this link takes you to the same calendar, which, like I said, is also linked on the student's website. And so the expectation for students at home, whether you're doing it after your AM Zoom class or before your PM in-person class, you're expected to have your iReady ELA for 15 minutes, as well as iReady Math for 15 minutes, and that could be MyPath. And then you are still going to do your national holiday writing. And then this is new, the reading 15 minutes and the log, which I'll show students tomorrow. They can either read on Epic, which is a website they all should be signed up for, or they can read a personal book. And then 5 a day, I'll explain that in class, and as well unfinished classwork. So let's take a look at what that unfinished classwork might look like. So as you can see, the assignments are the same, ELA, Call of the Wild Opinion Writing Source 1, and it says that down here as well. And then partial quotient of division, 2 digit by 1 digit practice. They both say that. So those are the in-class assignments that we'll be working on together. And the hope is that those will be complete before students get home, so that when it's time to do their at-home work, this is called the asynchronous work, they won't have to worry about this unfinished classwork. That's the goal. This right here, this at-home work, this is the same thing as their homework, so what they would write in their planner. And like I said, the expectation is this is all that they'll have to do when they are off of Zoom or they are home from school. And it shouldn't take an hour and a half. I don't think that it will take a full hour and a half. However, if there's some struggles, it might. This is just what is required. We're supposed to give approximately 90 minutes of asynchronous work, which means work that they do that isn't live in class. So they would find that there. And so when I went to the student page, this is what they'll write in their planner. And I'm not going to give them time in class to write in their planner. The idea is that they will write it themselves when they are doing their asynchronous work time. And then the notes are still found up here. So I think students from other classes, your teachers did something similar. This is where I post all of the notes, and it will be the most recent note page that we did. So this is what we did as a class before the break. And so that's where you'll find those. If you don't get them written during the class period, you can always find that. Something else that's new is the I'm done now what. I always have students that are saying I'm done now, what do I do? So here's kind of a little place for them to come if they're not sure what to do. And it says always do number 1 and number 2 before moving on. So number 1 is obviously review your work and make sure it is the best effort you can show. So if you've turned in a half done assignment on Google Classroom, or you know that you didn't complete something, that is what you always want to do. You want to make sure all of your other work has been completed to the very best of your ability at full effort before you ask for other things. And then number 2, it says check your missing work. Do you have any? Complete it and turn it in, and I'll show you where that is. And then iReady lessons, so anything that is done late. So if you haven't completed a teacher assigned lesson, or you can do more MyPath, which you need to make sure you have done 15 minutes at least per day per subject. So it's half an hour total. And then you can read epic books or a personal book. If everything is done, you can do learning games. And then down here, it says write me a note or an email, which you can do that too. Now, when I'm talking about missing work, I call it the Ketchup Club. So this is a Ketchup Club tab, and I have separated by Zoomers in the morning and Roomers in the afternoon. And because the classroom numbers are all going to be different, I decided not to list it by number. However, if you think that this might be an issue for you and you want it listed somewhere else, I can accommodate that. But the links for missing work will be posted on here, and the kids can come on here and you can click this arrow right here to make it full, and then you'll be able to click the links that are there, and it'll take you to your Google Classroom assignment directly. Now, if you've turned it in and it's been highlighted in yellow, it means that I've gotten it and I acknowledge that I have received it, but I haven't checked it for accuracy or graded it yet. So if you're like, I turned all these in, and you see they're all highlighted yellow, just be patient and I will make sure that those get done. And this part right here is a little different. Assignments that are turned in blank will be returned for completion. So if you accidentally turned in something or you purposefully turn in something blank, I'm going to return it to you with a note that says to please complete it. However, if you turned it again and it is blank or incomplete, it will either be given a 0 or whatever grade that you have attempted. So if you did 1 point's worth of work, I will give you 1 point. If it's turned in blank, I will give you no points. So I just want you to be mindful of that for yourself, because I will notice if something is turned in blank, and if you do not choose to fix it, then you will receive the grade that you earned. So again, like I said, on this side is if you are in my morning Zoom class, and then this side is for the PM Roomers class. And then there is still the parent portal here, and the missing slides are here as well for parents. If you are new to my class, there is the presentation, and I will be posting the newsletters here weekly. This poor thing doesn't want to show up. I'll be posting the newsletters here weekly, and then Wonderful Work is kind of where I would post student work, so things that we've done as a class. We've got some goals, and then we did some thankfulness stuff, so I'll post that there as well. For students who are in person, there will be a place on the wall that I will also post work. Just gets a little difficult when I don't have all of you in person. And so I think that's all I had to go over. Oh, this is our new Google Classroom page. So if you were tracked with me earlier, I have changed to a different Google Classroom page. So if your student has not yet added themselves to the new class, they will have to do that, but we'll talk about that in class on Monday, and that'll be part of their assignment. So as far as that, I can't think of anything else that I need to go over other than just to reiterate that if your student is doing online only, so they're in my Zoom class from 8 to 11, obviously they are not showing up on campus in the afternoon, and if you are coming on campus in the afternoon for in-person instruction, you are not expected to Zoom on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday. Again, you are expected to do your at-home work when your class is over. If you are in the morning and then in the afternoon, you're expected to have this stuff complete or as close to complete before you come. Now, I did want to talk quickly about Wednesday. On Wednesday, everyone in the class, whether they are online or in person, will all Zoom on Wednesdays. So you'll all stay home, and then on Wednesdays, we'll all Zoom together from 8:15ish to about 1:15, and there will be some independent work as well. So that is something that is the only thing that is different. We'll all be on Zoom together on Wednesdays. I can't think of anything. So yeah, just a reminder that the daily check-in is still for everybody. That my students who are coming to me in the afternoon will do their daily check-in, and you can click here, we'll do their daily check-in before they come. Other than that, that is all I have for you, and thank you for your patience and watching this entire video. I know it's about 12 minutes long. I am looking forward to a brand new week, and I will see you all tomorrow.